Hello and welcome to my channel PawfectPastimes. My name's Amanda. I'm living in a very windy Dorset with my husband and my 3 dogs who are wandering all over the place in panic. It's Storm Darragh today, and though we're in Dorset we're having it quite bad, but not as bad as those in South Wales, Northern Ireland and Devon and Cornwall. My power keeps going on and off, hence the lighting being a bit bad in some areas. We're just leaving it now. We flicked a few switches sometimes when the fuses are gone, but to be honest, it's going to go off again, so we're just leaving it. Hence it's a bit grey in here. Some lights are on, my tree lights are on, my fairy lights are on, because they happen to be on one particular circuit, and the main lights have gone on the ring main circuit. So we're just leaving it for now. We're leaving it as it is. So apologies. I was hoping to do a slightly longer recording for you today for my Vlogvent. I'll call it a Vlogvent because I'm doing the Advent version of Vlogmas. Vlogmas to me is everybody's doing every day. I can't do every day, so I'm just going to do once a week like you would with an Advent. So it's a Vlogvent. I hope you understand and are okay with that. I apologise for the wind, the noise, the rain, everything, but it is what it is today. I was going to go upstairs, but the light's just as bad up there, and so's the sound. Okay, what have I done this week? It's been full on, to be honest, but I've done a few things with my Advents and bits and pieces. One of my travel knits this week was this little thing called The Simple Thing. It's on Ravelry as The Simple Thing. I'll put the name of the designer down below in the well, probably on the screen just here actually. It's one of these tiny little scarves that you get with one skein of yarn. This was the skein I got free in my goodie bag when I went to the Black Sheep Yarns retreat, and I can't find what I've done with the ball band. If I find it, I'll put it below anyway. It was an obscure one I think they'd had brought in by a demo company, and they had some sample ones, so they were giving them away anyway, so it went in my goodie bag. It's just a little bit nice around the shoulders, and I've got my Simple Thing v-neck on because it's quite chilly today. I have got my 2 finished stockings. I can't remember if I showed them to you last time, fully complete with all the beads, bows, tassels, bells, whistles and everything else. This was one of the kits from Black Sheep, and I did speak about these last time. So that one was fully finished with beaded, and I've sewn up and blocked my Anna and Carlos daily one, and I'm over the moon with this. I used West Yorkshire Spinners Colour Lab, and the blocking has totally transformed the colour work, as it usually will, and it's a good size. As you can see, it's the size of my arm. Good size for gifts in that one. So that was the Anna and Carlos annual daily knit along. The pattern is now paid for, so if you want to do one, you can either pay for the pattern, or I think they have them in little batches, or you can wait for next year to see when they do it. I think it's been a great success that they've done it in November. I must admit I don't keep up with their blog posts very much. I just get on with the knitting bit. Oh, it's chilly in here today. Now, my Advents. I have one daily Advent, which was Blue Fern Yarns, and I have been working on that one. And I've got them on a interchangeable, excuse my pilling jumper, it's still going, never mind. Interchangeable, that's day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 and day 5. I haven't done day 6 yet, which is a slightly darker, so it's definitely a fade. And today's the 7th, so I'll do that later on. And I'm doing the calico shawl, which is again on Ravelry. I will link below. And this is triangles so far. And instead of doing them one after the other like you would if you were doing a random colour shawl, because this is a fade and they're quite close in tone, I'm putting them each end, so they've got a little bit of a gap between them. I'm just finishing this one off, and she has a very good way of joining the triangles, that they've got quite a bit of stretch in them, so it'll be comfortable to wear anyway. So I'm trying to keep up with that daily. 1, 2, 3. I'm still on day 4 on that at the moment because I've just been too busy. I've got day 5s to go in there, and day 6 to skein, ball up from the skein and add in as well. The triangles only take 10 grams, so I've still got 10 gram balls left over on there for another project, which I will think about in the new year. Not too fussed at the moment. I'm struggling to keep up with this one. As you know, my last podcast, I had quite a list of things I wanted to do. That flew out the window on the breeze from Storm Darragh, I think, but it is what it is. It's Christmas. I'm started to get the decorations down. I've done in here for now, as you may see. I've got the Lay Family Yarns Advent is a proper Advent. It's once every Sunday. And quite a few people I see have it, and it is a beautiful selection with a pattern. You got the floof in marshmallow, and then we had a selection of the minis, and this was to do with warm, cozy, hot chocolates with marshmallows, obviously. And there are the other colours along with those ones. Now I ummed and ahed about this one, and I thought, well, perhaps I won't do the project. We had a pattern for a cowl from Amber O'Brien. Scraptastic shawl cowl from Amber O'Brien, and these colours are not me at all. I don't do pastels, I don't do pale sweetie colours as a rule, but I woke up the other morning not being able to sleep, and I thought, my daughter is a blonde, she wears black and she wears navy and she wears blues and she wears pink as an accent. So I'm doing the cowl for my daughter, and it's knitting up beautifully, very quick. I'm doing random depth stripes. I'm not doing 6, 6, 6, 6 or whatever it was supposed to be. I've got a 6, a 10, a 5, an 8. And I will carry that up, but this is so soft and lovely. I'm sure she'll love it. I can picture her now in one of her business suits with her dark blue coat on, and this just peeking out the top. So I'm trying to get that done for Christmas for her. It doesn't matter if I don't, she can have it after Christmas. So that's my other Advent. And my third Advent was from Onling, and we got a beautiful sock pattern, and the gift came in this lovely bag. It says, knitting is like music to my soul. And it's got its little #1 tag on it. And my sock yarn was this deep wine colour. If I can see if it's got a colour. It's Onling number 18 sock and sweater, 4-ply, 75 wool, 25 recycled PET bottles, and it's called Vineyard, which is vineyard wine, number 406. But they do small. It's not quite, that looks too red. It's a bit better. It's beautiful, beautiful yarn. But that's going back in the bag, and along with it came a pair of sock blockers, and they're the adjustable ones. So that's really handy because I'm a UK size 8 and John is a UK size 12, and that comes out carefully, and you can move the toe down so you've got the foot length that you need. But that's all going back in the bag for now. Tomorrow is Sunday and I will open the next one and see what it is, but I was not planning on doing those anyway, so I'm happy with that. Other Christmas knitting. Oh, I'm doing the Imagine Landscapes Nana's Visit. So if you're doing that and you don't want to know what up to clue 3 is, luckily so far it's been a clue, a story, a clue, a story, a clue. I'm on clue 3. I have finished my clue 3 and I've got to finish the ends and block and dry this. Intriguing. There's lots of other people doing it. I won't hang around too much, so if you are doing the Nana's Visit, you can look again now because I put it away. I'm trying to get this done before the next power cut. I am getting on with my glitz sweater, which I want to wear on Christmas Day. Christmas Day for us is the solstice, 21st, when the family arrive. I've done the body. This is so soft and floppy. It is amazing. I'm looking forward to doing this. I've just started the back raglan. It's supposed to be done flat, but I've done it in the round up to the arms. I've just divided for the arms, so I'm doing the back raglan now. That is glitz in silver, and the pattern, pink coal glitz I think it is. Oh, come open. Pink coal glitz, truffle glitz in 6052. I'm doing that one, the slightly longer version, but the short sleeves. And there's a cardigan on the back. So that's coming along nicely. So I need that done for Christmas Day. But I think I'll manage that. A few things have gone by the wayside, but that's fine. Like I said, we're having our Christmas Day early, so I've got a longer betwixtmas, which I'm happy with. And that's about it at the moment for knitting and crochet. I've not done crochet. I've been obviously too busy with the knitting bits and preparation. Yeah, blah, blah. The stitchiness, I've not done a lot at all. I did say I wanted to keep up with the little advent. I've started doing the numbers, nearly finished the border. I like to use my thread up. If I've got a needle with red in it, I'm going to keep going till the red's gone. So that's why there's a little bit of stitch here and a little bit of stitch there. And as I do the numbers, I will fill in the red as I go down, and then I'll pick another colour and work my way through. I did think about doing a square each, but it's such a faff rethreading different colours, wondering what the colours are. So I'm trying to do that. I have got their next box, which is also for Christmas this year, but I'm going to put that in my cross stitch for next year, so I'm not too worried about that. The autumn one is also in the box for next year. Yeah, I have a Millie and a Molly on my shoulders, and Millie says, you've got to finish it, you mustn't have odd things, and Molly says, no, make something new, start something new, you've got plenty of time to do other things. So I'll leave those two warring about it, and I'll get on with what I want to get on in the meantime. Right, that's all my knitty makes. I did manage to go to another glass class with my friends who are in a glass group, and we've had those back, and this time it was only a quick couple of hour one. I did a little snow scene on a dangle, a little wreath on a dangle. Now these I will probably hang on my little crafty tree there. We have two big trees in the house. One is the nice one, and one is the, well, it's nice too, but it's got all the make stuff on it. One's sort of I fuss with, and the other one I just put all the dog baubles on and the kids baubles on and the ones I've made on, and it's the fun family tree. You've probably got the same. The other thing I made was this little snow scene, which is incredibly hard for you to see through really. I'm going to get a block of wood with a groove in it and stand it in the window. It looks lovely with the lights behind it. Sad you can't really see it very well, but I was really pleased with that. And the only other thing I've done this week is go to the Workhouse Chapel with the girls from the craft group, which is our annual pilgrimage to the chapel, and we had a wonderful morning there. It is a old converted chapel run by a lady called Rose Hatcher, who is part of our Dorset artist group, and she's run it for quite a few years now. Most of the time of the year it's got her workshop stuff, and it's her workshop, and she does silk flower. She used to do wet felting, and then she went to silk wet felting, and then she does these beautiful pictures. But come November and December, it becomes the most amazing Aladdin's cave of artisan craft work, and her ethic is so amazing. If I were to run one of these craft galleries, she's what I'd want to follow. There is nothing imported. There is nothing mechanically printed. If you see mugs there, they're not white China mugs from China and hot stamped on. They are hand thrown mugs. The silver jewellery is hand wrought. The glass is hand blown or hand fused. All the work is made by hand, mostly by Dorset artists. There's a few guest artists or just over the border in Somerset and Wiltshire. It is the most wonderful place to visit. And I bought a few little trinkets. I've got some pots, and the girls went mad as usual. But one thing I did pick up, which was of interest to me, is this here. I'll just go and get it for you. Now this isn't one of Rose's normal kind of sales, but this was bought in by a gentleman whose aunt had passed away, and he was going to throw all her work away. He had no use for it, didn't know what it was just going to be got rid of. And Rose said, no, you can't throw it away, it's work, it's hours of work. So she offered to sell quite a few of them, and she had some there, and it's all cross stitch, and there were some beautiful large Santas framed, all beautifully made and everything. But the one that caught my eye is one of my favourite verses. And this is a very large piece. It's about an A2 size. All cross stitch. 'Twas the night before Christmas. A lovely verse, one of my favourites. see all the work. Such neat cross stitch. And it's been professionally framed, and I got that for 20 quid. I couldn't believe it. She offered to sell them for what she could. I couldn't sell any of my work for that value. It was unbelievable. You can't buy the threads and the cloth for that. £20 doesn't go anywhere. There's probably £100 worth of framing there. So I was over the moon to get that. One of my favourite verses, so that will add to my little collection of Christmas decorations now, and it will be very well loved. So for my first Advent, I think I've just about finished for you. Sorry it's so fast and rushed, but this storm is a red alert, and I'm sure many of you are going through it. I'm very worried for some friends in South Wales, and my daughter who's on the Bristol Channel. She's right on the waterfront. If you are, please stay home, stay safe. I hope there's no damage done. I hope your Christmas preparations are all going well. I will be back hopefully with my Vlogvent again next week with a little bit more progress, and I'll just insert here now a very quick trip I did to my local garden centre, just for you to have a quick look round. It's a beautiful garden centre. So I remember to take a little bit of footage. I did take a load of footage when I went to the Workhouse Chapel. I took 2 little videos, and then all the other videos I'd managed to reverse. So the last video I took, I didn't switch it off properly, so then you've got a long video of inside my pocket, and when I took it out and started press play, I actually pressed stop. So I've got about 8 videos that are just black or the inside of my pocket, and I do apologise. But if you're in the Sturminster Newton area of Dorset, pay her a visit. She's open every day in November and December at the end of the year. Obviously that's getting a bit tight now, but if you plan a visit in the following years, that's when she does it. Well worth it. I think I am just going to go and light the fire, gather a few bits up, hunker down with the dogs, and just hope the trees stay up. So stay safe, go and watch some Vlogmas, and yeah, be careful out there if you have to go out. Bye.